Hello, welcome back to the Creatures Comedy Podcast. This week we've got the amazing Lyd, who is our bar manager. So usually we have
can I just say, I feel like bar manager is demoting me. I feel like I would call myself the general manager. I don't just do the bar.
Okay. Yeah, the venue queen.
Yeah, okay, I like that.
Do you like that? Is that better?
Yeah, we'll go with that. The venue queen. I'm going to put that on my CV.
Okay. Everybody can have fun titles at this job.
Yes.
We have a creative assistant. You could be venue queen. I'm also sensei, I think.
No, you're the founding father.
Oh, you like founding father? Mm-hmm. That sounds too American.
Oh, North America is all the same.
Okay. I love the Welsh. You're great.
Okay, touche.
So usually we ask questions about comedy, but today we're going to be asking Lyd questions about what it's like to work at a comedy club, to give you guys perspective of what it's like to be here at the venue, but also as somebody who came in relatively not knowing about comedy, right?
No, not really. Not at all.
Because you did poetry at the first venue, so you actually saw the club when it was like, a tiny little space.
Yeah. And there was like church pew seating.
Yeah. Like, how long have you been doing poetry?
I mean, I don't do it anymore, but I had a stint in lockdown because there was nothing else to do and everyone kind of took up a second hobby. But I want to get back into it, but it's just like, I just don't have the words.
You don't have the words for poetry. Yeah. That is an important thing that you need.
Yeah.
But so you did a lot of shows?
To be honest, like my friends put on a lot of like exhibitions, so I would go and perform at their exhibitions and stuff, and I met a lot of like cool creative people, and then they would be like, hey, I'm doing an exhibition here, would you want to do that? So yeah, I performed about quite a bit, but
because that was a cool thing, right? That was Fee and her boyfriend at the time, who Fee was actually working at the venue.
Yeah.
And then she put on an event which was like live music, a little bit of comedy and poetry, and then you did that, which is crazy. Because then 2 years later, you're fucking running the place.
Here I am.
Nice.
Yeah.
How did you find the transition from going from somebody who was, just working on the bar to then working on the bar, the desk, all with flying at the same time, to then stepping up into a managerial position?
I feel like it kind of happened through osmosis because like I was constantly like getting things wrong, to be honest. And through getting things wrong, I learned a lot of stuff about the club, and it's only now that I've kind of realized that like, especially with like people like leaving and stuff, like I know the most, I feel like, about like the lights and what goes wrong if like one of the speakers goes off, or like the sound's not right. Why is it not right? Oh, it's because of this thing. So I think just through that, it's kind of been a lot easier for me to like take on the role. I have had managerial positions in the past, but I just don't think like at the time of my life I was ready for them.
Okay.
Yeah, like I was way too young, I think. But through that though, I did learn a lot of stuff as well. So I feel like applying that kind of managerial thing.
Should we do like a fake job interview again?
Oh no.
Okay. Yeah,
how many units of alcohol do you consume a week?
Lyd and I just did some job interviews for 3 new staff members that we hired. We'll see how long they last, if they're gonna even still be here when we air this. But I got faith in them.
No, they're all sound. I've got good faith.
It's been interesting, I find, from like the development of the venue and how it's grown, right? Because it's not been a thing where we've just started a comedy club. It like built up through 1 night to 3 to 5 to 7. I bet you could do that whole spiel, eh? When people ask me about the club and I give like the spiel of how the club started.
Yeah.
You could probably do it off by heart.
Yeah.
Do you want to give it?
It started off in a venue, not either of the 2 basements, right? You were somewhere else 1 night a week, right?
Okay, if you want to go back that far, I thought we were going to start at Creatures.
Yeah, and then they had 1 night a week at the other basement, and then you just took off, and then November, not last year, the year before, they moved into this bigger space, and they doubled the capacity, and we are continuously selling out every weekend. So, proof's in the pudding, guys.
Hey, let's knock on wood on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, one thing that I found that was really interesting was I thought it was easier to do group interviews. So we would invite people here when looking for staff, and we would have like 20 people just rotating, just popping in, and we would interview them and like have a big group discussion and try to find the personalities that popped out. But then afterwards, we did a thing where it's like we had a group interview, but then we would have a group interview here, and then I would do individual interviews with people to try and get a sense. And now we just did straight, just like, you know, reading the resumes. Cool, they seem like a vibe, bring them in. Mostly people who have like not just applied for a job because they were looking for something, but being like, hey, we want to work here because of this. And that was a thing that we're really trying to build, is a team of people who want to be a part of the stuff that we're doing.
No, for sure.
So what do you think, like, because sometimes like this job isn't for everybody, right? We've had people leave. We've had people who just didn't fit with the culture. What would you describe just working here like?
Chaos.
Okay, yeah.
It's chaos. Like, it's chaos, but in the best way. Like, sometimes it's not in a good way, but as the whole picture, it kind of builds up to just being so fun. Like, every day is different, because even if, like, you know, it's comics we've seen a bunch of times, like, the crowd is different, and, you know, we might find out something else from the crowd, or, like, someone's trying a new bit, or we've got a comic that we've never seen before. New shows are happening all the time. The 7 p.m. shows change every month.
Sure. But like beyond like the selling of it all, like what do you genuinely like? Like for Lyd, what do you enjoy about?
Do you want to know what my favorite thing about working here is? So when I started, obviously there was a group of, I can't even count. There's a group of like maybe 20 plus comedians that are here pretty much like week in, week out, you know. And my favorite thing is seeing them progress and, you know, get better. Not that they were terrible anyway, but I'm just mean like seeing them improving themselves, and every show that they do on their own, like getting more and more tickets sold, or, you know, they get gigs supporting bigger comedians. Like it's really nice to like watch people excel.
Yeah, watching their careers develop.
Yeah, exactly, in real time.
But you know, if you put that on like a flip, they're also watching you in the same way.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, because they're here like regularly, and they see you, you know, working the bar, having a relationship with staff. I didn't mean to bring that up.
I plead the fifth.
It's in the other podcast.
I
It's in the
plead
vlogs.
the fifth.
It's
on
in the
this.
vlogs. It's okay, Julia number 2. And then moving to the desk, and then running the place. Like they've seen your evolution.
Yeah.
They've seen how much responsibility you have. They've seen it. I've seen it change in you. I think everybody. Brett, you've seen it change in Lyd?
Yes.
Thanks, Brett. No, it's nice. And honestly, I would like to say that I've made a lot of friends here, like with comics, with staff, with regulars. There's a lot of regulars that come in and out, and I just absolutely love seeing them every time they come here. It's a really nice little community. I would call it a community that we're building up here. It's not just this basement. It's not just the shows that go on. It's like a community, I feel, and everyone's a part of it. The regulars, the staff, the comics, Brett.
For sure, Brett.
Brett is the life of this place.
I genuinely think he is. Like, if
Yes.
Jake Breeze is our mascot, Brett's the fucking soul of the place.
Mm-hmm.
The soul is weary.
But yeah, what do you want to see come from all of this, though? Like, because you came in here as a bartender.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have any, like, career aspirations for yourself? Like, was it poetry that you wanted to follow and go into? Was it like, is this something that you've now, like, you know what? You found a niche that you're like, I could grow into this and in the comedy world and find...
To be honest, I don't really have a plan for my life at all, really. I just kind of take every day as it comes. And I have this thing with jobs where I just get really invested, no matter what kind of job it is. Like, I've had shitty restaurant jobs where I'm like, oh, like, I'll do all this, like, I'll help out with this, like, and I loved it so much. And I always do get, like, really stuck into jobs and really passionate about it. But this place is definitely different, I feel. Like... I've not really thought about going into the career, but if it happens, I'd be definitely happy about it, for sure. Yeah. Everything's a bit, like, unsure at the moment, but every day, literally, I learn something new.
Well, everything's unsure in the world. But again, like, this is a podcast interviewing you and what you want and, like, you as a human being, as a multi-dimensional human. So, yeah. Like,
I mean, it would be really fun. Like, I would love to learn, like, some of the more behind-the-scenes stuff, like, when we're in the meetings and you guys are all talking about, like, bookings or like how this thing would look on social media or like what clip should we post or like the editing itself seems like a ball ache, to be honest, but I would like to know more about all of that kind of stuff and the equipment and all of that. Like, it's really interesting. It's not just about pouring pints.
Yeah. So another thing that we've started like adapting here is like every Monday we do like a little Monday meeting with Brett, our videographer. Bang, bang. I don't know. Can we cut that?
Okay, Mick. Yeah, that's fine. Don't worry.
Who's that?
Mick Foley.
Oh, yeah. And then, Tom, who's our creative assistant, who helps us with all our daytime 10 to 6 stuff, 10 to 5 stuff. And then Kieran, our booker, and then Lyd as the bar manager. So, like, all the Power Rangers meet every Monday.
Venue queen.
Venue queen. My bad. Venue queen. And then we all meet and discuss what was stuff that we need to work on from the previous week and how we're going to adapt it and fix it for the next week. So it's just to keep everybody on the same page, to keep all the balls rolling, make sure all the stuff that we've got planned for content is going out, everything's being checked. And yeah, so somebody who is here kind of taking notice of that, it's a different role, but obviously, the more you're interested in it, like, please be a part of it.
Yeah, no, of course. I would love to, and I hope that in the future.
Well, because these are transferable skills, right? If you learn how to do that kind of stuff, they're like within comedy. There's so many different roles, right? You could be like an agent. You can look after, like,
Kieran Lawless, I'm coming for your job.
You want to do booking? But again, like, you can do bookings, right? You can like book comedians on shows. You can, like, it's really not that hard. You just message them and have a spreadsheet.
I also, one thing I do feel about like working here, like that's like I've noticed like a change in like the way. So when I started, basically, there was people that would be on the stage, and I'd just go up to everyone and be like, "Oh my God, they were so great," and everyone would be like, "Yeah." And then over time, I've kind of noticed what makes a good set and what makes a bad set, and
let's get into this. Let's go. It is a comedy podcast, so yeah, this is good stuff.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. Like, you can tell like who's doing well, who's not. Like the engagement that they're getting with the audience.
Yeah.
What kind of jokes fly, which ones don't. Like all those kind of things.
In what ways? Like, how would you describe like the difference between somebody who's an open micer versus a pro? Is it the confidence, the cadence, the delivery, the material, like the subject matter?
I think definitely delivery plays a huge part, huge part. But I also think what makes a good set is like craftsmanship behind the jokes. Personally, like when you can tell that someone's really like thought about something. And there's easy jokes to go for, like, you know, what we were talking about before, like pedo jokes or whatever. Like, yeah, it's an easy laugh, I guess. But when people have like thought outside the box and it's something completely random that like not many people would think to make a joke about.
And then it still ends up being about a pedo?
No.
I know you talked about like seeing some of the comics that have started here or were super new here and watching their evolution. What do you see in the evolution? What's getting better within those specific acts? And who are some of the acts that you're really noticing are taking shape and getting better?
Sometimes I can't pinpoint like a certain thing that it is, but
Do you think it's just that like special kind of like sparkle in the eye, like Santa Claus?
Yeah, you know, like confidence on stage for sure. There's a lot of reworking jokes that I've noticed, like being here like every day. Like there's certain people that come in and they try jokes over and over and over again, and then, but each time it'll be like a different thing, like that they've added or taken away. Yeah. And then when they come to do a set on like a night where it's like a Thursday night where we've got like a kind of like a bigger showcase and they do their 10-minute set and it absolutely slaps. Yeah. I'm seeing, me and the staff are seeing like the work up to that. And like you can tell that they're putting in so much effort. One of the people that, like, he's always great, but one of the people that really like is a hardworking comedian, I would say, is Tabish Akbar.
Tabish is killing it.
Yeah, like.
Should we do a thing where like for all the newer like during the week comedians, if we see like they're really killing it, should we like once they've like hit a level, give them a gold star?
Would that be a bit condescending?
Do you think it's condescending?
I don't know. I guess it depends on the person and how
So
they would take it.
At fringe festivals, there's a comedian named John Bennett, and for the longest time, he would just go up to people and just be like, "You've made it."
Oh, that's sweet.
And that was like a thing that like if John Bennett tells you you've made it.
Well, maybe not like a
sometimes
gold
it'll be in
star
like
then.
a note, but then it's like it's John Bennett's seal of approval. You made it.
Well, why don't we we could do that, but why don't we make it fun, like a little creatures like chip thing that we just give, and then it doesn't have to be like a whole
Like a
thing,
potato
but you
chip?
just like slide it over, and then they're like, oh,
Yeah.
but not gold star. Like, what we're gonna do?
Okay,
Put a
I was
sticker
saying
on
a gold star. Do
Do you want a sticker? You did great today.
Okay, just coming up with ideas. There's no bad ideas.
No, you're right. I
Shooting
do
them
like
down.
that idea, but I think we can make it like fun and not. It's a
Yeah.
sticker.
Well, because like it's always good to show appreciation for people. I think
I
the more
agree.
you show appreciation and love for people, the more they feel it, and the more they
It
spread
fuels
it out.
them.
It fuels
It
everybody.
fuels me. I know.
It fuels the energy for
Yeah.
everybody, and I think like especially when you see people doing a good job, you let them know. But
100%.
yeah, what would you? I'm trying to think of like what to ask you that's still comedy related in this world. Like, what aspect of the job do you like the most here? Like, because you're working the desk, you're working the door, you're managing the staff, you're out there flyering, you're dealing with comics.
I like doing the sound desk. I like thinking of the right song to bring people up to. I like the parts where people have something in their set and it's very, what's the word? Topical for like
Okay.
what they're saying.
Yeah.
Like if they mention a song and I play the song, or like
Oh, it's so fun to do that, right? If somebody like mentions a thing talking about babies and you play like a song about baby, like
yeah.
it'll just get that extra laugh and get that
Yes,
pop. And if you can
exactly.
get a laugh from the sound desk, it just makes the whole environment of the room so much more fun.
Do you know what was funny? Ollie Horn was here just before Christmas, or it might have been like
Ooh,
in
name
between Christmas and New Year, and someone in the crowd said he looked like Mr. Poppy from Nativity, so I pulled up a picture and everyone was laughing because they got to look at the picture, and if they haven't seen it, they know they're
That's
in on the
funny.
joke. Yeah, no, I love that kind of thing. It's fun.
Lyd, also, I think you've stopped doing it after we talked, but I love how there's sometimes where I'm hosting and then you'll just jump on the mic and have like a conversation.
Yeah.
A clip's just come out where that happened, I'm sure.
Really?
I think
It
that
can't,
was
it
one
work.
to
I
come.
feel like it's funny sometimes because like it's like in podcasts where like say for example the person who's doing what Brett's doing chips in and makes like a funny comment.
I don't do that bit though.
If you're talking about me, I'm going to talk back.
Sure.
Right.
If I ever talk about you though, it's to like shout you out for like, turn off the lasers.
Right. Not always. I'll have to see this clip and you guys can be the judge of that.
So sassy.
But I feel like
the
sometimes
venue queen is so
sometimes
sassy.
it can make a joke because it's like a back and forth kind of thing.
Yeah.
I obviously don't do it all the time, but I feel like I choose the right moments, or at least I thought I did.
I like though that you are feeling comfortable enough to participate in that way. It makes for a good dynamic in the venue. I like
Yeah,
it.
for sure.
It wouldn't happen, I think, at any other comedy club, but I like that we have that.
Right. I think I watch a lot of podcasts where the people who are doing the tech kind of and
So
maybe I
understand it's a
shouldn't do it.
podcast, and this isn't a podcast.
No,
Well, this
I
is
know.
this is a podcast.
This is a
This is a
podcast.
podcast, but on the stage is not a podcast.
No, I know.
Do you have any questions about comedy? Is there still stuff and aspects about the world that you don't understand?
You know what I don't get? Okay, this is something about comedy that like I've kind of heard
Yeah.
people throwing around the term. What is a bringer show and why is that bad?
Great questions. A
Thank
bringer
you.
show is a show where you force the acts to bring audience members.
Right.
So why that's bad, and it only happens in really big markets, right? In New York, London, maybe LA. So you're relying on a brand new comic to bring their friends. And then the whole show is just a mixture of comics who brought friends, and you're making them buy tickets, and you're keeping the tickets, and you're not paying the comics, and they're buying drinks. And it's really scummy.
Yeah.
Because if you're promoting the show, you're benefiting off of all these people to bring people. I get the argument of they're brand new and they kind of need to bring people to get experience. But I also think you shouldn't rely on your friends and family. So
can I just say, I don't have names, so don't ask me. But there's been a few people here that have come and done a set, and I'm like, oh, their mom defo has told them that they're funny.
Okay, well, that's a very different thing.
No, but but it kind of relates, because it's like you're not really getting, well, what I think anyways, you're not really getting the feedback that you would normally get from like a random audience of people who've come off the street, because obviously, like, if people have come to support you, they're going to try and laugh at your jokes, or otherwise, I don't know, maybe it would be awkward.
Sure. But that's not really part of why it's not good. It's not like, oh, you're going to be performing for your friends and you don't want that for the, growth of your career.
Yeah.
It's more like, so like I'm a comic and a producer. So what you're supposed to do as a producer of a show, it's your responsibility to put bums on the seat.
Yeah.
It's not the comics. So it's the same thing with poetry, right? If you do a poetry show and whoever's running the show goes, well, you have to bring 5 people and they have to bring 5 people and they have to bring 5 people. It's like, okay, then why are you putting on a show?
Yeah.
It's like, if you can't get anybody to come to this show, why are you relying on acts to do that?
And what is the reason you can't get anyone to come to the show?
Exactly.
Okay, I'm getting it now.
So there's opportunities for people who are brand new to get on stage. That's why we have a show like Hatched, right? Where it might not be the strongest show, but we're given the opportunity for these baby comics who are just new to get on stage and to perform in a warm environment. Because most of the time, if you want to start comedy, you're doing like a gong show where you don't even know how to do comedy, and you're going up in front of a big crowd and they're booing you off if you're not funny. And I don't think that's a conducive environment for growth at all.
I don't think I'd ever do comedy again if I tried that. And I got booed.
There's so many comics who I think probably would have been great, who had their first experience that and goes, nah, never again.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
it's why I kind of want to do like a comedy class here. So like do improv, stand up, like that kind of stuff, to just get people working, thinking about it, and maybe even doing it like Mondays early so they can like do it and then they all do Hatched.
Oh, that's a really cute idea. I like that.
Yeah, because a lot of comedy classes, it's like, okay, you do a 10-week course, and at the end, we do one show where you invite all your friends and family, and they all pay 10, 15 quid a ticket, and it's the graduation show. Sure, that's a way to do it, but that's a way also for whoever's running that thing to make money. It's like every Monday, you come, you learn how to do some writing, you work with like-minded people, you find friends who are also starting at the same time, which is such a huge thing. Like in comedy, you'll always find people who start at the same time. They become friends, they gravitate each other, they help each other write, and then they help push each other and grow.
We did do a couple of writing classes here a couple of months ago, and I did notice that happening at because I would always be here setting the bar up while they were doing it, and I would notice like them come in and all sit in the same groups, which was nice. Yeah,
it is. And I think it's really important to have a conducive community for that kind of stuff, where it doesn't feel like, if I want to start comedy, I have to jump on a show that I can get booed off on. And then
it's quite harsh. Especially because it's very like...
Well, the alternative, though, is like in Canada, we would have like open mics with 50 comics on it.
That's too much.
It's too much, but everybody's like doing 3 minutes, and there's 50 comedians, but then it's also a hang.
Like a hangout?
Yeah, so there'll be like maybe 3 or 4 audience members, and then everybody just takes turns doing 3 minutes to them. Audiences will leave, come back up. But I also think that it's a better energy than doing a gong show.
Yeah.
Because all these comics get to hang out, and like on a night in Toronto, there was like 3 or 4 of those. So you can go bang, 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 do 3 of them, and then you all end up on the one that runs the latest, and everybody's hanging out. So imagine a bar with like legit 40 comedians every Tuesday night.
That sounds like hell to me.
Yeah, but not for us.
I'm only joking.
Yeah.
Carry on. Sorry, I interrupted you.
Oh no, it's just it makes for like a fun space where like those were the greatest days of comedy when we were all just shooting the shit, drinking. And
I also think that that's a more positive environment, because people can say to each other like, oh man, like I really like that joke that you did, or like, hey, like I would change this, but it's not as harsh as like getting booed off. It's like your peer, someone on the same level as you, just giving you genuine like advice and feedback.
Mm.
And it's a good way to, you know, encourage change and growth and stuff in your work without it being like, fine, I guess I'll just kill myself.
Jesus.
Well, I don't know. I'm not a comic, but I assume that's how it goes.
You want to try comedy though, right?
I've been saying this, but like the thought of sitting down and trying to think of a joke, it's like, but going back to what I said before, I know I said that we've had some people on the stage whose mom has said to them that they're really funny, but when I was younger,
are you telling us about your dog?
I miss my two dogs, Nessie and Jasper. Miss you, rest in peace. That's as much as I'll say about that.
You only miss 2 dogs?
Yeah.
What happened to the?
Now I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, I'd come in and I'd be like ranting about something and my dad would be like, you should try stand-up comedy. And I did spend a lot of time when I was younger watching like specials on Netflix and stuff. Granted, it was stuff like Michael McIntyre, no offense, but no, I've seen better. I'm acclimated to the community now. Like I know that there's better comedians out there. But as a child...
Okay. Like he's still a phenomenal comedian.
Yeah. I wouldn't now, but like as a child, like Peter Kay, him, who else did I watch? Oh, I can't think of any right now. Sarah Millican, is that her name? Yeah, she's great.
Mm-hmm.
I used to watch all their specials and stuff on YouTube, like Live at the Apollo, all that kind of stuff. And then I just kind of like never thought about comedy again until I started working here.
Oh, cool. Well, I'm glad that you have and that you've kind of fallen in love with it in a certain way.
Yeah. I watch so much. Like sometimes I'll be on my day off and I'll put on a special and I'm like, I don't even feel like I'm off. Like I enjoy it, but I'm like, oh my God,
that's
so much
crazy
comedy.
that you put on a special though on your days off.
Yeah. There's a guy I've been put onto recently called Red Richardson. He's really funny.
Yeah? Nice. I like all the shout outs that you've been giving all the comics.
Yeah, why not? Like
no, it's actually cool that you actually like remember their names and you're becoming like a fan of comedy.
Yeah. No, I'm like one of my things about my whole personality anyway is like if I can, it's free to give up people exposure. Do you know what I mean? Like if any of my friends have like anything like events or they're doing something cool or they've done a photo shoot or, you know, the comics that I've made friends with here are doing a show, it's free and easy to just repost, you know?
100%.
Right.
I've seen you do it. You've shared stories. You've like pushed Aaron Wood's special.
Oh my God, that's so good. Go watch Aaron Wood's special on YouTube. It just came out recently.
If you're
it's really
already
good.
on YouTube or Spotify,
Well,
just go to that.
don't click off this video until it's done. But after you've watched this, go and watch Aaron Wood's special.
So look, as somebody who's worked in the creative arts and has
the creative arts.
Yeah, and has done like creative things. One of the questions that we ask comics is like, where's one of the strangest places you performed? And I don't know, as somebody who's gone out and seen and done a lot of things, where's one of the weirdest places you've seen art done or participated in an event? Like, have you done it in like a farm or, oh, I went to this like cool little basement art gallery show?
No, I don't really have a story like that because all of the places that I've performed have been like bars or bars basements, like generic stuff. But what I will say, at one time I went to Liverpool just to take myself on a day out a couple of years ago, and I was looking at galleries on maps to like just go around the galleries.
Sure.
And I go into this gallery and I walk through the door and it's just a white box room, like probably the size of this room, with one painting and then a little door in the corner. And I tried to open it and the door wouldn't open. So I went back through to the little gift shop and I said to the lady, oh, the door to the other room won't open. And she was like, no, that's it. I said, that one painting? And she said, yeah. I was like, well, it's not really a gallery, is it? It's more of like a white living room.
Yeah.
It's like an asylum room, but with a painting up.
Yeah.
Get me in the straitjacket.
Was it a good painting?
I can't even remember. I just was like so bewildered that like.
Yeah, just so terrified.
I was just like, this is a gallery.
Are you big into visual arts?
No, but I do enjoy. When I see stuff. Of course, there's that classic. God, don't ask me any names, but there's that classic. It's like a crane, and there's like loads of blood. It looks like blood, but it's not blood. That like scoops it to closer to it.
What?
It's basically like the way it makes me feel. So it like scoops it closer to it. Like this crane like moves around in a circle and tries like scooping this liquid closer to it. But obviously, as it turns around, the liquid starts seeping out again. And it's like, to me, that just feels like when you just feel so like lost in the in like your life, and you just feel like every day is just like Groundhog Day.
And you're just stuck in that repetitive motion.
Yeah,
and just trying to keep it
and
going
I thought that
going.
was quite poignant. I did a bit of like Open University during lockdown. I did not complete it, but I did half of it. And
Are you going to go back and try and finish it?
No, I just don't have the time when I'm working and stuff. I don't have the like. I just wouldn't.
What was it in?
Arts and humanities, because
okay.
I really wanted to do something in history. Like my first ever job that I wanted to be was an archaeologist.
If it makes you feel better, anything you do is now something in history.
Thank you. Well, that's like that one peep show thing.
Well, I don't know.
It's going to be too long to go into this.
Okay.
Where was I now? Oh, I wanted to be an archaeologist. So the only course that I could do that kind of had that involved in it was the arts and humanities one,
yeah.
But they did art history, and that would have never been anything I chose.
Wait, you wanted to be an archaeologist, like dinosaurs and stuff? No way.
I love dinosaurs.
So, like, did you watch Jurassic Park, like the OG one, and you're like, I want to do this? Like,
No,
what was
no.
the birth of that?
I don't know. I think I just have always, like, from a tiny child, have always loved, like, I've been fascinated by old things or the way things used to be. Like, sometimes when I'm flying, I will imagine the street as if it was a Victorian street and like what role each person walking down the street would have. So sometimes there'd be like a drunk guy with like a bottle of beer and I'm like, oh, that's the town fool or the town drunk. And then there's someone walking with like a guitar case and I'm like, oh, there's the bard. And I imagine them in all like the get up and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really love like history and stuff like that. So.
That's fun. You should be flowering, but you're just daydreaming.
No, I do flyer. Like
Here
I can
you
do
go,
both.
Bard.
I can do both. Come on now. But yeah, just going back to that art question.
Well, yeah, I used to be a kid though that I would look through rocks and try and find fossils.
I've done that. I did that way too recently.
Yeah, that's so sick. There's so many fossils in rocks.
When I was like living in America, I was like, could this be a fossil?
Yeah.
I'm really digging right now. I'm digging literally. Metal detector accounts.
You know what I like? Magnets in the creek.
Yeah.
I want to get one.
Yeah.
Let's
But
just do the
that's all
canal.
modern stuff like shopping trolleys and stuff. I'm like, I don't care about that. What I care about is the people that get in the river and pull out like a glass bottle from the 1700s. That is what I like.
I like when they have a magnet and they're like, oh my God, should I be pulling out this missile? Like this cannonball?
Yeah.
That's just fun. But also on the art thing, I used to be friends with a guy named Josh. He ran a place called the Sleeping Giant Art Gallery in Toronto on Dundas and Bathurst. And he ran kind of shows there. So
Comedy shows.
No. So it was an art gallery, but his whole like thing, his perspective, he was throwing house parties to make money, right? He dropped out of high school. He would throw these house parties, make some money, and then he had friends who were artists, so he would hang paintings up in the house parties to try and sell his friends' paintings. And that kind of worked a little bit, and he's like, oh shit, this is kind of like a thing I could do. So he opened up his own art gallery, not to really sell the art, but to throw the parties and to make money off that.
I love that.
Well, because he was dealing drugs at the beginning, and then the drugs moved to, stop dealing drugs and dealing art. And then he had this art gallery that I ended up living in the back of because I was in between places. So he had a little room in the back with a bed. So I stayed there with my stuff for a month before I moved in with my other friends. But it's like in the back of the art gallery, underneath an escort agency. So there was people, like you just hear like the click of heels every day and people walking into the upstairs sad and walking out like with a little hop in their step. But then like
there's a couple places around here that
I can imagine.
Yeah.
But like I would wake up to the like the sound of a bed like
bless you.
Yeah, but it would also be sad because I would wake up and on the walls were just paintings of crying babies. Like visual, like really graphic, like so I'm waking up to hearing sex and seeing the babies. It was so traumatic. I'd go to bed hammered, wake up hungover, being like, what's happening?
That is a trip in itself.
Yeah.
How babies are made and how they turn out.
But like, I really felt like that showed me what it was like to just be stuck in like a mundane like how every day is like the same.
So after this, I'll show you the video of the crane thing.
Okay.
But yeah, I learned a lot about Van Gogh.
Yeah.
Cool guy. Yeah. Monet. Cool guy. I was thinking of something while you were talking. A weird place. I've actually thought of one of the weirdest places that I went to, like an art event or something.
Okay.
In Rusholme, there is an abandoned mansion called Antwerp Mansion. They used to have.
I've been there.
Yeah, they used to have raves there, but then I think it was just too dangerous and they had to stop doing raves. But they do sometimes open it in the day for events and exhibitions and stuff. Cool. Yeah, and it was just weird. It just felt like we shouldn't have been in there, if that makes sense, because it was just completely empty. There's a grand piano at the bottom of the stairs, though.
I went there, and people are just doing drugs everywhere. And
really?
it was when it was open during like a party.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And there was like a drum and bass MC, and my buddy took me.
It sounds like it'd be pretty cool.
It was so much fun. It felt like somebody from the Addams Family was like, "Oh, come party at my house."
Yeah, they've got that like mural of Jimi Hendrix outside. It's a cool venue. I don't hear much about it anymore though, but
because I think it's closed for parties.
Oh no, but it wasn't a party that I went to. It was like a daytime exhibition.
The one I went to was
right. Yeah, back in the day.
Yeah, but my friend was like younger than me, and I was like he's a dude, and he took me in for my birthday, and I'm like, I'm turned 33. I'm like, this is weird.
Yeah,
I am too old. This is a student-y thing.
Yeah, I've had a couple of, like, my friends went to an event the other night around the corner, and they were like, oh, it's just all 18-year-olds.
Manchester's a very young city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People coming in showing me their IDs, and it says 2006, and I'm like, oh God, I'm so old. Yeah, that's why I don't really like going out anymore. Not just because of like the people who go, like, that's fine, like, enjoy yourself. I'm not saying anything about the people. It's more like I just feel so old, and I get tired, and I get hungry, and I'm like, what am I doing here? Dude,
it's just life. You're maturing, you're growing, you're hitting a new phase in what you're achieving. So, it's just natural.
Yeah.
Before we go, I just want to ask you a couple questions here. Who's your top 5 comics that you've had?
Okay.
Top 5 you've seen in this room. Top 5 hardest crushes.
It's difficult. It's difficult because there's a lot of good people I've seen here. But I have to say, Deliso Chaponda.
Nice.
Phil Ellis.
Yep.
Gavin Webster at the moment. I'm loving him at the moment.
He's always been consistent.
Yeah. And also, to go more, the people who come here all the time, Tabish and Charlie Ashton.
Yeah? I want to throw in a 6. Liam Fairley.
Oh, yes. He's so funny every time.
So good.
I love his guinea pig bit.
The guinea pig bit's so good.
It's genius.
Anything you want to plug? Any upcoming shows you want to talk about?
Ooh, I don't know, but anyone that you see on the Creatures page, anyone that you see and you like, follow them, watch their specials, come to their shows. We're doing a great thing here, and I think you guys want to be a part of it.
Also, follow Lyd. She's great.
Pass the salt on Instagram, 4 T's, no spaces.
There you go. 4 T's, no spaces. Is there anything else I want to say before we go? No, just have a great time while I'm gone, man. Just keep killing it. Thank you.
I'll hold
You're
down
doing
the
a great
fort,
job.
don't worry.
Cool. Thanks.